Crypto! How's everybody doing today? I hope you're doing well. What another awesome week in the Titan X community. I can't believe having nice to have that little song playing again. Always brings a smile to my face. So it feels like the Titan X ecosystem has been up and to the right for over 2 months now, which has been really exciting. Not only that, but since day 280, the build on Titan builders have been going into overdrive. Adoption grows, ecosystems maturing, and we're heading into hopefully what is October. Rectember is done, and we're heading into October. Tonight we have the Blaze team back together again. We haven't done a stream together since a few weeks before the Blaze launch. So, it's going to be really good to get the whole team on here tonight. You know, it's just since the last time we had a stream together, you know, so many things has happened. Day 280 came and went with a flurry. Hydra's launched, Flux is launched, new protocols, white papers popping up everywhere, all-time highs, local all-time highs, daily all-time highs for all the build on Titan ecosystem projects. Titan holders going up. Blaze auctions performing beautifully. Ethereum make ETH divs great again. That was accomplished. You know, we've got community members stepping up, creating YouTube shows, weekly streams. It's just kicked off. You know, we started this journey as the Blaze team way back, maybe at the end of last year, very start of this year, and it has been a wild ride. So it's great to be getting a chance to just share the screen with the team. Everybody in the team has their own kind of projects getting built now. So we'll have a little chat about what everybody's doing, what they love about what's going on in the ecosystem, all that kind of stuff. And then, as always, there will be some lovely, juicy bits of alpha for everybody. So pay attention. This is going to be a wild stream. So much to talk about, so much to get through. And all my old buddies are here. So come on up, lads. Whoever's there, come on up and we can get a chat about what's been going on and what is happening. Hello, everybody. That's only 4. I think there's another 3 coming. So Steve DeFi, how's it going?
Good, man. Good to see you, Irish Pat. Good to see you, Justin. Good to see you guys.
The band's back together. The band is back together.
Right.
Irish, what's up?
I'm loving the Joe Paris Inferno Bull avatar. Awesome.
Yeah, it's had to be done. Feel like I've been hustling Joe as much as I've been shilling Inferno. So come on, Joe, get on board. Inferno's for you. You know it, mate.
You see, whenever Joe Paris puts up these stupid fucking tweets that you know, these are my, or you know, one of these stupid posts. What meme coin are you know? I've got $10,000. What meme coin should I buy? You know, and like the chat just gets full with Inferno Titan X, and he doesn't even bite. Fucking annoying.
Yeah, we need to. I mean, he got on a stream with Jake, didn't he, on the first couple of weeks of it'd be good to have him back.
Yeah, we need to try to get him on. You know, yeah. I think we have. I need to start messaging him again. I think Pat probably has some too. So
Crypto
must be looking at.
Sorry, Crypto Kindness was supposed to be on the show tonight, but I think it's been postponed until next week.
Yeah, we got him in for next week. Ali, he's locked in. Looking forward to it.
The rebirth of Crypto Kindness.
Wow.
He was on a Spaces a couple of weeks ago.
There's Scott.
Yeah, lot of time for Jeff, so it'd be good to have him on the stream.
Yeah, for sure. Totally. Yeah. Welcome anytime. So Bad Sport's gonna show up in a minute, I'm sure. You know. Walking the dogs.
Who have we got in the chat so far tonight? Hi, and Carts. Mellows in the chat. Sray, as always. I don't think Sray does anything with his time except buy shit coins and watch live YouTube streams.
Yeah, he's always everywhere. Yeah, we got a lot of folks in here tonight, man. We got Felix is in here.
Scotty's in the chat. Get up here. Get in the room.
Shrey is your shrimp. Mello's in here. What's up, Mello?
Not enough.
Shrey is a shrimp. Oh, yes.
It's hard, because I'll go to click on a comment and they just come in and someone else's will pop up, That's what happens usually when y'all see that. So they're going by so fast. DGens assembled. I like that one. Yeah.
DGens assemble. That's it. We're all here. We're all DGens at heart, really, aren't we? So, Steve, how have you been finding? Building projects? Are you living your dream? Are you? You seem to be loving every minute of it.
It is it's really cool, and it's actually easier than I thought, to be honest. The hardest thing was the streaming. That was the thing I was most nervous about. But after getting up a few times, it actually becomes really fun, and it becomes just you're chatting to people. So I really enjoy the interviews. When it's one-on-one, it's a different dynamic. And when there's three, it becomes a panel, which is also awesome. So two different dynamics have been fantastic on the streaming. So and it's also pushing myself to the limit, because when I made Vault, I thought, I need to push to the limit and do things that I don't necessarily want to do, or not natural for me to do. And it's fun to push yourself to the limit and step out of your comfort zone. So
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I remember well, the very first time I was going on somebody else's stream. I think it might have been Corey Costa, and I was I'm usually confident enough to get up and chat. I've spoke to hundreds of people and stuff before, but I remember stepping out and talking about crypto publicly as a founder and all that. It was bloody nerve-wracking, just even going on Corey Costa's stream. It was tough, but it's always that it is that, you have to keep pushing yourself out of the comfort zone. And sure, look where we are now.
Yeah, absolutely. And, just even trying to set up the microphone at the beginning, you're trying to figure out the microphone and the lighting and then the background and how even how it all works. So it's amazing to see. Yeah.
You've even shaved now,
I even shaved now. Yeah, yeah, right. I even wash now and shave.
Yeah, you bathe you clean yourself.
How do you mean?
What was that joke I kept using in the mastermind one time? That you something about you put up you had a photograph of you, or in the background you had your bed with no sheets on it. I was like, you couldn't even afford to buy any sheets for the bed. Crypto founder who can't even buy bed sheets for his bed.
Travels the world, but
true story though. I bought a new bed with Titan X profits. That's a true story.
But a lot of things probably with Titan X profits. It's been doing great, Somebody just asked this. I think the Inferno Bull. What do you think about the answer to that question? Is we can't answer that, but I'm gonna say no.
Is Inferno reached the top? What is that? Okay, so right, Inferno, meme-fi. We've got the whole narrative. There's already
no price predictions, right?
There's already three. Yeah, no, there's already three projects building on top of it. All we can do is enjoy the fucking bull. That's all we can do. We can make memes. We can make memes. We can, projects can come in and build on top of it. We can talk about it. We can push it. We can make memes. We can share them. That's all we can do and enjoy that part of it. For me, it's just a meme coin now. We've had the 8 weeks, and yet it's just a meme coin, and people love it so much. They want to build and continue to add to the hype that it's already got. So, yeah, I mean, no price predictions, but I'm eyeing the dip and just adding to my stack. We had to participate like everybody else. There was no coins given to any of the founders at all. There's no Genesis. So I've had to add to my stack weekly, and I'm going to keep doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see why someone would ask that question, right? It's been a right old Inferno party, hasn't it, for weeks, almost months. So, this has probably been our first day where we've had a bit of a correction. In my view, though, it was a healthy correction and it was needed. I mean, I put something in the Telegram group earlier today, which I just thought I'd do a tweet on. But for me, it's just a healthy correction going on in the Titan X ecosystem, which, of course, affects Inferno. But, you've just got to look at, some of the things and just zoom out and just realize that, A, it could be, not financial advice, a time to load up a bit more. But all of the things are going in its favor, right? It's cap supply now. It's hyper deflationary. There's build on Inferno protocols coming. We launched Flux this week flawlessly, which is great.
Good job.
There's a proven team behind it, right? And look, there's this thing knocking about where people are saying, meme-fi and all this kind of stuff. And I've got a love-hate relationship with that particular term. However, I do believe, and I agree with Verse, right? We're in a meme coin market, meme-fi protocols that are coming through. We'll talk about a bit about that later. But Inferno was the first. There's others coming, and the story's just begun. So, not financial advice, but maybe take a chill from the chart, take a day or two out, and see where it is in a few days.
I love the meme fi narrative. I think it's awesome.
Yeah, it is good. It is good. And look, I do think as well it has its role to play, bringing in people from other ecosystems, right? You know, people love meme coins; they can resonate with it, and hopefully it will have its role to play as a bit of a Trojan horse for retail coming into Titan X ecosystem, which benefits us all. So, yeah, it's been a bit of a correction day, but look at that weekly chart; it's still looking good.
One of the best ones in crypto. You know, it's always been a meme. It's been a meme narrative, but it's a token with utility. I mean, to be honest with you, the buy and burn and everything else, that's where that meme. Who came up with a meme-fi token thing? When I heard that, who was it? One of us, or was it somebody else?
No,
In the,
I
Was
asked,
it-
I asked- I
Was it the
asked-
verse?
No, I
I
asked
think
it
it was-
last week. Go ahead.
I don't care who claims it. I think it's great. I mean, someone said we were the first meme-fi token, so I thought I'm having that all day long.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Absolutely.
it. I don't know. I heard rumblings that it was Rudy Kazuti that threw the phrase out first. I was actually thinking about this today. You know that that's why I was thinking we just keep using the phrase meme-fi. The Titan or the Infernal Bull is the king of meme-fi. Just push that narrative all the way to the top of the bull run. You know, whenever more people come into the ecosystem, just keep using that phrase, and we make him the actual king of meme-fi.
He's ready for it. That's pure poetry. It's happening, Ali. It's done.
yeah, the verse was the first stream we did. Was I think with me and Ali in the verse, like for Blaze, you know, back in the day, like right, wasn't it? I think. Well, Chris, yeah, I think it was.
The
Yeah,
very first
actually, it
time
wasn't
we
wearing a
did
hat. It's the only stream I haven't worn a hat on since then. I have hair, but I just, you know, whatever. Like my hats, man, you know. What's up, everybody, for joining us? We got about 104 watching across all of our socials right now. Just to let you know in the chat. And so thanks.
Yeah, I'm
Very
looking
nice.
forward. I'm actually looking forward to. Well, Josh is coming on, but I suppose because what I would really like to do as well is to actually have a look at that. Have a look at the Flux protocol and just have a quick run through it. Now that it's live, it'd be interesting to look at the facts and figures. You know, people have participated in 2 days of auctions now. I think we're into day 3. Yeah, just be interesting to see. All right, there he is. Yoop, yoop, yoop.
There he is.
All right, lads. How you doing?
Yes, man.
What's up, boss? How you doing?
How's it
Yeah, I
going?
was just listening in. Sorry I'm late. I'm here.
Did you
It's all
good.
did you
I
get
like-
plenty of sleep last night? Another good productive day. No rest day.
Yeah. I don't know what I did yesterday. Completely lost track of everything.
You look like you got some good rest. You do.
Yeah, I feel pretty fresh.
Yeah.
I just literally got off a call with Rudy and TEDx. That was good fun. So yeah, that was yeah, they're looking into something that could help all of the ecosystem. So that's interesting. I told you there'd be some alpha, little tease.
It's all right. Well, so since we're starting to get up here, let's. What I wanted to do, there was a post out from Twitter. Yeah, Twitter post from Jake during the day asking the community what's your favorite tokenomic within the Titan X ecosystem. What's your sort of favorite tokenomic or your favorite narrative that's popped up so far? Just like to go around everybody and ask what is your favorite tokenomic in the Titan X ecosystem. Don't be going off on a fucking tangent here.
No, I'll be quick. My favorite is the marketing. Is Inferno, is Awesome X images. I love Lotus. I love these marketing mascots and marketing aspects of the protocols. That's actually my favorite. It's a tokenomic in a way because, you know, it pushes the protocol and has a focus. So I like that.
Nice. That was the last thing I was expecting you to go into some
Yeah.
fucking deep tokenomics chat that nobody even knew what you were talking about. Rain Man, what about you?
I still got to say the Diamond Club.
Oh,
I mean, closing after 365, then the Blaze Awards, that's a unique feature that'll be coming out to get in. Won't be cheap, but you got to earn your way into that one. But
there you
yeah,
go,
that
folks.
Diamond Club is just, yeah.
There's a little bit of that's again a little bit of alpha. If you can read between the lines what he's just said there. Bad Sports, what about you?
General ecosystem, probably just the liquidity pairing, bonding to Titan X and like riding that wave. Finna LP is going to pump harder, but also dump harder than Titan X when it moves. But yeah, I think just bonding the whole ecosystem together through Titan X is probably the strongest tokenomic that I like generally.
Some pretty good answers there so far, Pat.
Well, unsurprisingly, I'm going to go for hyper-deflationary cat meme-fi coins with buy and burns and strong narratives. I love memes. I love the fact that Inferno's brought the fun back into crypto. I like Awesome X. I can't wait to hear more about Alien X. I run a successful business and I travel a lot, so my life's intense. So when I come back to the phone, I want to be hearing stuff like, yeehaw, we're breaking a new all-time high, and rather than geeking out on Zen blocks or something. So for me, that is the tokenomics and the community that goes around all of those said coins. And obviously, Inferno biased, and there's so much more coming through from other builders, which is good to see.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of stole my answer. My favorite thing, to be honest, is the cap supply. Whenever these distributions get, when all the tokens come into existence in a pretty quick period of time, and then from there, it's watching all the innovative little projects that people are building to eat away at the supply. So that's my favorite thing that's kind of happening within the ecosystem at the minute. That could change. There's so much changing from week to week. But yeah, these capped supply coins to me are an absolute gem.
Vault.
I got it.
Vault.
Go ahead, Steve. Yeah. Go ahead.
No, just Vault is a lovely cap supply deflationary. You're describing Vault, you guys.
It's an
Well,
auction mint. I mean,
Teeing it
it's
up for you,
pretty.
Steve.
What's that, man?
Just
I
teeing it up,
don't know
Steve.
if any. I
Teeing
don't
it
know
up.
I don't know if any of you would want to answer this, but what's your biggest bag in the ecosystem?
Titan X.
Yeah, it's Titan X for me.
Yeah.
I'm too DJing to be holding.
Solana. Ellie. No, I'm just kidding. Solana X. No. Blaze maybe, and Dragon perhaps, and
Well
no,
done.
actually Inferno. Inferno wasn't my biggest bad, but it's I think it is actually now because over the last few weeks. I mean, I can't wait till Flux burns the shit out of it and everything else, so that's going to be appreciated,
Okay, here's a question. What's the worst coin you've got in your wallet that you're ashamed of?
Zen.
From Titan X or from everything?
Just kidding. Just kidding.
That is a hard one right there.
I
I'd have to look because
I don't have
kinda
any
like
bad
forgot about
coins. I have 0 bad coins.
Oh, come on, Steve.
Yeah, I got Titan X, Inferno, Blaze. That's basically it. I sold my Solana. You all know that.
Dust ETH maybe. No, there's honestly, not to be disrespectful to the Pulse chain, but it's probably some Pulse chains tokens that I have. I don't know, maybe 9-inch or something.
I know.
Like that.
I'm just looking at my portfolio, Titan X Hub, and the one that I'm picking out for the fucking most letdown. Yes, Zen's been pretty shit, but 9-inch is there as well. Fuck, that's grim. It's still sitting in my portfolio. I think I had like honestly 7-8 grand of it, and it's worth less than $300.
I mean, I just
yeah.
got mine. I stacked for that, like probably you guys did too.
Oh.
I just took it and staked it for 365, and I'll wake up and look at it. Whenever that's done, maybe it'll, but that's not their fault per se, right? I mean, we got the SEC breathing down their necks, so that might be a whole different narrative if it weren't for that shit, as Jay calls it, the SEC cloud, right?
Yeah. My
one of
worst
the best
coin.
plays, one of the best plays that I made in crypto so far was the Titan X launch. Josh knows I cleaned up on the day of Titan X launch,
Yeah.
and it was one of the best moves that I ever made in crypto. Followed about 2 days later by one of the worst. I went into when 9inch lost. I went into the farms really heavy and got absolutely annihilated. Yeah.
Yeah. My worst coin, I didn't even know. I forgot about it because it's so bad. But I sacked a ton for this. Power City.
Ooh.
Such potential that had.
Yeah.
I think
what's it at?
I think some of these things will definitely come back whenever Pulse Chain does, get its turnaround. If the ecosystem starts thriving, all these protocols should get utilized. I mean, I locked up all my Watt tokens and don't even look at them. They're there earning. I know they're earning some dollars on the side. So hopefully, when it's go back and look at them, they don't show up in Titan X Hub, so I have no idea what it's doing anymore.
It's a shame that liquidity from the $9 million, sacrifice didn't get pumped back into it. I guess I sacrificed more than I'm even going to say on that stream for Power City, and I think y'all might know that, an insane amount. But you know what? Again, that's the Richard Hart clout, and that's not that's SEC shit. So I'm not hating on Pulse Chain, but they got to deal with some things, right? So that's coming up next month. 20.
That's actually. I've got a. Yeah, counter argument to that because there's a lot of performing assets on Pulse Chain.
There is some, yeah. Like the guys who did it right?
Yep.
What do you like, Solid X and stuff like that, Josh? You're talking about? Is that one of the ones you're referring to? Probably.
No.
Is that still going crazy? That went insane, right? For a while.
Yeah. No, I think Solid X had quite a dip with everything else. Yeah.
It went.
No, there's some really good stuff out there. There's like the whole PTGC ecosystem, X that's within there, UFO, Alien. Yeah, they're all doing really well. And you got to look against PLS. So don't look at the USD chart. Look at it against PLS, and they're all gaining against PLS. So that's how you want to look at the chart.
Well, we wish them the best. You know that when we talk shit on here, it's not. We wish them the best and that to work out for everybody. So we got a launch in 4 days, and the launch had just happened. Who starts first on that one?
You're quiet. Yeah.
So let's take a quick look at that. If you don't mind, Josh, giving us a little bit of a run through some of the stats. I see everybody's sharing the Flux ban burn page, and there's a few questions. There's a few questions in the chat as well. Do you want to give us a little bit of a breakdown of what the hell is going on? Where's what's coming in? How's it getting utilized? How much have you got sitting in? What way is the ban burn going to buy? You want to give us a little bit of an overview?
Yep. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty impressed with the last 48 hours with the obviously all of the Titan X that comes in to this buy and burn is used in that same 24-hour period. So like the total balance at the moment is $288,000, but that's split out into what can be distributed today or what's being distributed today and what's going to be distributed tomorrow. So overall in day 3, there will be $270,000 distributed within day 3. And then you can see there that, so day 3 started at 5 UTC, 5 p.m. UTC, and there's $70,000 there that's going to be distributed in day 4. So yeah, just sort of let people understand, because there's a few people who kind of don't understand where these different balances go to, but yeah, so that's distributed on day 4, the $67,000.
Can that increase more if there's more people in the day 3 auction?
Yeah, so that distribution there for says tomorrow, but it's for day 4. So to be distributed on day 4 tomorrow, that can increase all the way from day 3 up to the turnover of day 3 to 4. So that's quite a healthy number already. We're only 5 hours in. It's almost $70,000 in there already.
So the 270 is what got distributed for today.
Yes. Yeah, that's correct.
And is that not, does that figure not go down as it gets used?
No, so you've got the top figure that can be used for the overall day 3, and then if you look below, you've got burned today. So that's $50,000 is what's been burned from day 3's buy and burn pool already, and then you've got left to burn. So you've got $221,000 left to use in day 3. Day 1, day 2. So in day 2 we had around $230,000 to $240,000. So yeah, with the buy and burn dollar amount is higher in day 3 than day 2, and that's because we have more allocation to the buy and burn from day 2 onwards. So yeah, look, it's pretty good. Every 8 minutes we've got $1,500 worth buying and burning. So it buys Inferno, and then a portion of that Inferno is burnt, and then the remainder swaps to Flux and then burns the Flux.
Insane.
Yeah, that happens every 8 minutes. So yeah, it's quite a chunk. Pretty impressed with the amount in there, and yeah, just it's been a blast, man. Since we launched, I've just
I'd say so.
Yeah, you can probably tell out the kind of the wind's been taken out of me a little bit. Just been getting to grips with everything. We've been working back and forth with the devs, tweaking the UI and little bugs that are popping up, and just making sure that everything is absolutely perfect. So
yeah.
So sorry, man.
No, all good. So if we go back over to the main auction page, what's going on there on the main auction page? Do you want to give us a breakdown of this as well?
Yep, cool. So yeah, auctions, you can come in and adjust the total Titan X that you want to come in with. So if you want to come in with, which is default position there, 100 million Titan X, that Titan X gets deposited into 2 separate distributions inside the contract. So you've got 50% goes to the auction and 50% goes to the auto buy and stake. So it was always coined the auto buy and stake, and it in a way it still buys because it uses the buy and burn. But what essentially happens behind the scenes is the contract mints the tokens. So it doesn't buy the tokens, but it mints them to you, and then the buy and burn is what pushes the value into the LP. So we kind of just leaving that in because we're leaving the word auto buy and stake just because that's how we've marketed the product from Beth. So it sounds a lot nicer than auto mint as well, I think. So
it does.
Yeah.
Auto mint doesn't. Yeah. Good choice.
So the summary, it just splits it up nice and simple. You've got your 50% of your deposit that goes in and what that will return from the auction side with your ROI. And then you've got the 50% that gets auto minted and staked. I'm going to call it minted because we're talking technicals now. And that will essentially, when you claim your auction token at the when your Flux is claimable, the contract will mint a 1-to-1 ratio of whatever you can claim. It will mint 1-to-1, and then there's that 50% that is minted will be auto max staked. So what this shows here, and this needs tweaking, so don't be alarmed. Because no one's really staking at the minute and there's such a large 8-day pool, this ROI is obviously showing a lot, really large number.
Is that is that because of the 8-day pool?
Yeah, so because the 8-day pool's so heavy, and there's hardly anyone really in that staking pool. This is an overly measured calculation, because if everyone you'll probably see day 7, once a lot of the stakers come in, this will go to a much more healthier. This looks amazing, right? But it's going to go to a much more realistic ROI, but it's still going to look really good, because how we've calculated this is we calculate the future pools, so the future 8-day pools for 365 days, but then we reduce each pool amount by 50%. So it will calculate the first 8 day as a full one because that's the value that's there now. And then the next 8 day pool, it halves 50%. And then the next day pool after that, again, halves 50% from the second pool. So that's how that calculation is come to there. And it also does that for the 28 day pool and the 88 day pool as well. So it'll take the first payout from each one as the full value, and then everyone after that drops 50% each time. So that's how that ROI is calculated there.
I hope everybody listening understood everything he just said, because I fucking did.
Can you answer, Josh? Can you answer this guy's question maybe that came up? Liquid Swimmer. You see that?
I am not looking at the screen. One sec. I'll come back.
It says, is the 270k ban burn for today split into 180 periods every 8 minutes, and the whole thing will be used by the end of the day?
Yeah, it's absolutely spot on. Yeah, it's every 8 minutes, which is 180 parts from 24 hours. If a call is missed due to high gas, it will roll over to 60 minutes, and the value will just accumulate. And yeah, to answer shortly, all the value will be used. What could happen? There is a possibility that, say, the last two calls were not, say the last 2 parts of the 24 hours were not called because of gas, they would obviously be used in that day, but they would roll over into the following day.
Okay. All right. Well, so how you feeling about how it's went so far? And a lot of these protocols that are getting launched are kind of overperforming. How you feeling that it's going so far?
Go on, Pat. No, go on, Pat. You take this one, mate. Definitely.
Well, I know we were all a bit nervous before it launched, as we've all been through it on this call, right? How's it going to perform? Will it get a good start? We all were, I suppose, a little bit disappointed with how Blaze started, albeit it's really kicked on. So, the buzz after 20 minutes when we got 200 billion Titan X in, that's just got us off to a great start. So, I think if you look at what's happening, day one was just under 600 billion Titan X in. Yesterday, or the one that finished today, day 2, 24-hour period, was, I think, just touching on 260, wasn't it, Josh? And I'm just looking at it now. We've already got 73 in at the moment.
Who's doing all the shuffling? Sorry, who's doing all the shuffling around there with their microphone on?
No, I don't think it's me. I've got my mobile.
I don't know.
Sit still, whoever it is.
I'll mute in case it was
It's
me.
you, Allie. No. I don't know. It's weird to hear that. Keep going, Pat. We're listening to you.
Will do. So yeah, basically scores on the doors. Great start. 600 billion day 1, 260 day 2. We're now, I was just putting 66 down on this note, and I've just looked, and it's now 73. So we're well over 900 billion in already, which, give or take the Titan X price going down 10% today is kind of 650, 700k. So I think for a flywheel protocol, what this is telling me is confidence is starting to build, and people are starting to work it out, and they're starting to work their strategy. So I think we're safe to say, Josh, you, Scotty, and I have been over the moon with the start. But obviously the hard work starts now, right? We've got to hustle it, we've got to market it, we've got to service it. But I think so far so good. Would you agree, Josh?
Yeah, I've been blown away with the participation. And also what I was so excited to see is the ROI closing out at a really high ROI. Yesterday was like 40%, today was 126%. So, people who got in there early got a fucking brilliant return, and that's just amazing to see that. And then the price still performing as it would be expected to at this stage in the protocol. Yeah, really pleased. I know there's a lot of people who are asking a lot of questions. I know, and sitting on the sidelines watching. I had a few DMs off a few people who are not jumped in yet, but they're looking and learning and getting ready to strike, because we've got an absolute insane 8-day payout coming up. there's almost $200,000 worth of Titan X in there. So yeah, I think we're only just getting started. I think it could get really spicy.
Yeah, that's a crazy amount to be in the first 8-day pool.
That's beautiful.
That
is beautiful. Yeah.
Pretty awesome. Yeah, well, well done, guys. You worked hard getting it ready. You worked hard chilling it. You were out there streaming like crazy. You and Scott seemed to be on streams every single night. So yeah, fair play. Another brilliant addition to the Titan X ecosystem. Steve, what's the story here? The Volt is coming.
It's coming in 4 days, the 28th of September, launch 2 p.m. Yeah, so I'm really excited for this launch. I love the tokenomics.
Nice.
I like the simplicity of this Vault protocol, and the limited supply distributed in 10 days. Massive buy and burn in a perpetual auction system, which has never been done in the way Vault is set up and the mechanics. It's brand new innovation in DeFi history. So I think what I like the most is I kind of like limited supply in a 10-day distribution with a massive buy and burn. And yeah, so the front end is going beautifully. Let me just I'll give you a little look at the front end on the weekly blaze.
What days? What day is the 28th? That's Saturday.
It's Saturday, yeah. So Saturday, 2 p.m. UTC.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah. So this is the front end. I hired a designer, and I gave the designer to Josh too. Sorry, not Josh. Justin, just a few days ago, and Justin. I love this designer, and but yeah.
That's
so
cool. Very good.
I try to make it simple. So you put it in here just like a DEX. You see the dollar amount here. Your Titan net balance will be here.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see the transitions?
Yep.
Yeah. So the transitions, and I like these transitions. Yeah. So you have it's basically just an auction, burn, and stats page. Just 3 tabs. The ROI and a big thing that you'll get. The summary of the day. So you set how much Vault supply is coming out each day. Each day is going to be 10% of the total supply for the first 10 days. Just less than 10%, because the max supply is 1 billion and then 50 million added on top of that. You see how many participants, how much Titan X deposited, and then the macro Vault percentage burn from the entire protocol. And
what is the buy and burn percentage?
The buy and burn is interesting because it's yeah. What's interesting about Vault 2 is it's a unique way. It's the buy and burn is a burn. I call it a burn, feed, and grow. It burns Vault. 42% of it goes burn forever. 50% feeds future auctions from day 11 onwards, and 8% for liquidity growth, because I'm making bonded liquidity a core pillar of Vault. I want to grow liquidity, and the growing liquidity is to set the stage for the Vault wheel. Mm-hmm. So it's a big thing, the bonded the liquidity growth. But when it comes to buy and burn, day 1 no buy and burn. But day 2 is going to be 42% of the entire buy and burn balance is going to be burnt. And it goes down 3% a day to day 11 onwards when it stays at 15%. Just like Inferno was Monday to Wednesday, it was 4% of the entire balance. Thursday, 10%. Friday, Saturday, 15%. I just did it on the mint days. I call them the kind of mint days, or the distribution days. That 10-day distribution is going to have a weighted buy and burn where it's going to be massive. So people are going to know what's going to happen in the buy and burn. And yeah, so this is it. And then of course, we've got the stats page with just basically very simple how much has been burnt and the total supply, which is basically 1 billion tokens. And the treasure vault, this is
Ray's in the chat there saying the treasure vault is where the real magic happens. Is that true?
That is it. That's words right out of my mouth. That's where the magic happens. But you don't need to know about the treasure vault to know vault. It's simply deflation, mint in 10 days, limited supply. But the treasure vault is because that's where half everything brought from the liquidity pool through the buy pressure ends up. And this builds up and is distributed on day 11 onwards, 20% of this every day. So it's going to be fascinating how this turns out. It's going to be fascinating also seeing how much of this is burnt, because Vault.
Sorry, Steve. So what feeds into the treasure vault? Where is that? What feeds in?
Yeah. So it's the buy and burn. So everything in the treasure vault has been brought from the liquidity pool. So half of the buy and burn every day, it goes directly into the treasure vault for future auction. And basically the other half is burnt. So everything that is burnt, that is added, a little bit added to the liquidity, but basically it's either burnt or put into the treasure vault. And everything in that treasure vault has been brought from the liquidity pool and has an opposite, in a way, if it's in the treasure vault, there's also basically one in the burnt addresses. So deflation is going to happen really quick, because 42% of everything it buys is burnt. So it's going to be interesting how fast that 1 billion token decreases.
I mean, if you get sort of crazy participation in the first day, that has to continue for the full 10 days.
Yeah, it is. It's interesting, that, isn't it? To think, because it's going to set a kind of floor.
Yep.
Of
You could almost see an Inferno type scenario happening. Instead of over 10 weeks, you could see it happen over 8 or 10 days.
Yeah.
Crazy. Just if you get great participation day one. It's really going to set some standard and price floor for these Vault tokens. It's going to be an exciting 10 days for anybody that participates, for sure.
It is. It's definitely exciting. And that coupled with the liquidity growth during the 10 days, because it's an important dynamic. And it's a very simple protocol, ultimately. You auction, you watch the tokens burn, and then you see how much has been burnt in a perpetual auction system. So Vault launching 28th September in 4 days. Let's do it.
Sorry, excuse me.
I've got people asking me in the DMs. I've got some DMs. What's a game theory for Vault? What's this? What's that? I'm like, you just got to play it how you play it. It's going to be really interesting, but I think day one's always better, right? Then you can kind of DCA into your auction, if you will. Maybe, I don't know. Not financial advice of any kind, but it's a great game, and it's going to be give some people some rewards.
I mean, it's so I don't know, the innovation, the ideas, the tokenomics everybody's coming up with. It's insane. It really is. You've got to stay. You've got to keep learning. I heard some people talking about Marco the Hexagon preaching this, but something about education anyway. But it's not even like fundamental education. It's like a full-time job trying to keep up to date with white papers and how things operate. Between Hydra launching last week, Flux coming this week, Volt coming this then we're going to have Awesome X, Titan Farms. It's like, oh, what on earth is happening here?
Yeah, Lotus is going to launch on November 2nd. So right after the, I thought I'd throw that out there for everybody. Just let the conference die down, give some breathing room, give some space to get some of these protocols out there. Smart contracts are 99% complete. Front end's pretty much 80% complete, and we're gonna start integrating probably on Monday the front end, and then start testing maybe by the end of the week. So it's amazing, really. It's cool. I'm excited about that for everybody.
Yeah, you haven't even dropped the white paper yet, have you? I mean, I suppose if you're looking at the November before you're launching anything, it's still quite a bit of time.
Yeah, so the white paper is going to be dropped on the 30th of this month. So 2 days into Steve's thing, we'll set that out there because it is burning Bolt. And it's just a couple little nuggets. It's burning Bolt, it's burning Titan X, and it's burning Lotus. And so it's got some interesting, really cool things we haven't done yet, that we haven't seen yet, that we have. Some cool things. It's a mining protocol. I won't say too much more because, Steve's coming, doing his thing with Bolt. You guys just launched, and we got enough on our plates, but it's ready. I mean, I can't wait to share the white paper with everybody, and I can't wait to share some of the interface, and some of the branding that I've been working on. I'm like getting like 5 hours of sleep a night. I'm sure you guys know the feeling, but wow, that's like in the community marketing too. All right, guys, like we talk about tokenomics and the community in Titan X has just been outstanding with the spaces on Plan A, Mike Dean, everybody just talking about everything and getting people involved that aren't founders. I think that's going to be the way forward in crypto, right? Unless you're just buying off Coinbase or Kraken or whatever, KuCoin. So I think it's epic.
And what I love about Justin's Lotus is the graphics, because Justin is one amazing graphic designer. We know at Blaze what he does. And I love what you're doing with the graphics and the character. Because when I saw Awesome X, the first thing I thought, well, I love what you're doing with your type of graphics. But this is a whole different ball game, Kettle of Fish. And it's a beautiful name. It's a fantastic mascot for the whole Titan X ecosystem. I reckon it could be like
it's hot.
Inferno, yeah. It could be like the Inferno.
You and your freaking AI girlfriends, man.
It's beautiful. I'm proposing this week, man.
Liquidate. Justin messaged me yesterday. I'm in love.
The dude's being serious.
No. What were you saying, Steve? I said she's lovely or some shit. I don't know. I'm fucking joking.
I just saw the words "I'm in love."
Yeah, I'm lovely. If only it was that easy, right?
But
let's get
the name is really, 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 really good. Really good. And everyone knows the name. I posted it out on
Zara.
XARA.
Yeah, not for Zen. You guys are like Zen. We're like, fuck no.
Yeah, I thought Steve was fucking Zen.
I know.
I don't know where you got that from, man.
I didn't even know that. I didn't even catch on. I'm a step behind everybody else. Pat, you unmuted there. Were you going to say something?
No, I was just going to say, I thought you were forking Zen as well. I actually text Josh going, is he forking Zen?
You guys, I thought you were just joking, man. I would.
No, that would be. Well, I mean, that wasn't what it was for. It's really just something that I was working on. Just because we had this like aggressive, bullish ass, shit with Inferno. We have Blaze. We have all these other dragons, and I just wanted to bring like a different vibe in with the ecosystem too, just kind of balance it all out. And soon it'll be even more rounded out, with what's going on and everything. So everybody's graphics and stuff are just top tier, in my opinion. It couldn't get any better. And how they've evolved, right, since the beginning of Titan X Telegram, remember? Just from those things in there and just into now, it's just been awesome.
I think this ecosystem has some of the best artwork and graphic work that I've seen. Like
100%.
Yeah, there was some good stuff from Pulse Chain early on, but the stuff in Titan X is absolutely on another level. Like the content, the artwork, the logos, like everyone's logos are absolutely fire. videos. That video Steve just played then was sick. Like,
Yeah.
everyone's really taking it up a notch, so it's good to see.
Yeah,
So what's the deal with Awesome X? When's that launching, guys?
Yeah, so that's what I was just going to say, Josh. We started up our little dev agency, Accelerate.build. It's been going really well, getting so many community members and even people outside the Titan X ecosystem throwing inquiries in about building projects and things. But we've got so much going on. What's next on your plate at the minute, Josh? You see you just firing on all cylinders. What is next for you at the minute? Obviously, I'm kind of pitching up the Awesome X, mentioning Awesome X here, but is that what's next on the cards for you at the minute?
In terms of, for me personally, what I'm building to launch.
Yeah, just build. Yeah, what's launching next?
I mean, I'm heavily throwing myself into Alien X. That's probably going to be, I'd say, one of the first to come out. But then also you've got Gertex as well. I feel like them two are going to be very complementary to each other. So they're just going to be like hardcore bullish burners for Inferno and for Titan X as well. So they're good. In terms of, like, for me, I'm just going to go totally all in on Flux, like as in marketing now, hardcore. I'm not planning anything right now. There's ideas, but I'm not going into development of anything for me personally. I just want to throw myself into Flux, market that, make that home run, and then help everybody build all these other cool additions that are going to burn Inferno. And there's some really cool stuff that's not been built within like our team as well, which is built on Inferno, Burning Blaze. There's all sorts going on behind the scenes. It's really cool. Like the call I just got off today, that's built on a completely other. That's kind of within the Dragon X ecosystem, but it's really good for all Titan X protocols. So that's really interesting. Like, there's just too much going on, man. I'm just rambling because there's so much going on in my head. There's so many protocols flying around.
Yeah, I'm just listening. So I mean, in terms of what we're doing in the development in Accelerate, obviously we've been working for a while on Awesome X. Awesome X is kind of a fork of Inferno built on Dragon X, but there's been quite a fair amount of tweaks to it. So it's actually a perpetual mint cycle. It runs forever. Dave, Crypto Awesome, will be really happy that I used the word perpetual, because if you see him on stream, he must say perpetual 50 times every time he talks on stream. But yeah, that's, we've already got that front end's built. It's been audited twice already. It's pretty much ready to go. We're just tweaking the front end, the UI, all the last minute kind of tweaks. We are trying to get Dave posted up. We're trying to get 1,000 members in the Telegram, and then he will announce the launch date. We're that close that in terms of being able to launch, that once we kind of got 1,000 members in the Telegram, that's his goal. This thing can be a date can be said, and we're pretty much all ready to go. So it's interesting to hear that you didn't even mention that first. I thought that was kind of be the first thing you were going to say. Awesome X is coming next, but the fact that you didn't, because that's already all that hard work to get that one ready to go has been done. And then once we get a launch date organized, I know I will, Dave will, I'm sure you will as well, be flat out marketing that, streaming more, and giving everybody the full details of exactly what Awesome X is. I think it's going to be a massive addition to the Dragon X sub ecosystem within Titan X. It's just slightly, Hydra launched last week, but Awesome X brings something completely different to the table again, especially with the memeability of the dragon to go along with the Inferno Bull. So I'm really excited for that. But yeah, you're putting the hard work in on the development of Alien X at the minute, and also obviously Gotex just kind of beginning. So yeah, a lot, and that's only the ones we're publicly mentioning at the minute. For me, I'm flat out. I've been building Pulse Wars over on Pulse Chain, which is an NFT crypto fantasy league where you mint NFTs and you get imaginary crypto portfolios, and you enter into an elimination league, 14 rounds of play. And the further you make it with your little in-game portfolio, the more pulse tokens you win. So I've been building that thing for, I think I started it about a year ago, but we're in a public test game over on Pulse Chain at the minute. So if anybody even wants to come and have a look at what we're doing there, if you go to Pulse Chain and you go to test.pulsewars.io, you can mint free test NFTs and play the little 7-day elimination league that we've got going on there. So yeah, that's been brilliant for me. Obviously, that's a year ago was where it all started for me, where I decided that I want to start building. And it's been, obviously, whenever I started doing that, we kind of, not long after, we got together as the Blaze team to start building Blaze on Titan X. So, that was the starting point for me, because Pulse Chain took such a bit of a, we launched the mint for that project back in March, but Pulse Chain's been on nothing but a downward trajectory ever since. So it kind of stalled the development of it just because there was no point in pushing it. We had like $100,000 prize pool built up, which whittled down to less than 30K in Pulse, which was kind of hard to take. But there was no point in trying to, I don't know if everybody uses this word, flog a dead horse. There's no point in trying to flog a dead horse and fight against the market over on Pulse Chain. So we really just redoubled the efforts over on Titan X. So it's just great for me to have that project in the final stage. It's ready. It's shipped. It's been shipped on mainnet, and it's actually running perfectly. So yeah, I'm really excited for that over there. We've got some alpha coming on that one at the weekend for everybody.
Congrats, man. We know you've been working hard on that for a while.
Yeah, fair play to you, Ali. I'm just going to give a little signpost to GoatX, if that's okay. I don't want to say too much, as a few of us are still finalizing the white paper, and obviously things are getting very exciting. But let's just say it's Inferno 2.0. I think people have started to see on X that hashtag build on Inferno is a real thing. I think I've got one more in me, as Josh was saying. I mean, it's hard work, right? We've, several protocols under our belt. Marketing is, hard work, and it's a commitment for the long term. But I just wanted to be involved in launching one more meme coin in Titan X as a follow-on to Inferno. So, the angle really, I suppose, and the idea came from wanting to launch something in and around the Titan X conference that's coming up, to kind of mark the 1 year Titan X birthday as well. So look, it's a brother from another mother to Inferno the Bull. I have a belief actually that Titan X, for me, could be the GOAT of all crypto, and definitely the GOAT for this bull run, right? And possibly ever outside Bitcoin. Now, this is a big call, but I do want it to be another mascot to the Titan X bull run. So obviously the GOAT, unsurprisingly, stands for the greats of all time, and it's coming to join forces with Inferno and others. So as we know, Inferno has been a roaring success. We're seeing other forks coming on the back of it. And we all know that we've had some MEV issues. So I just wanted to make sure that, GOAT addresses this, and Inferno holders are going to be happy. People who like memes and the crack will love it. And we have a few tricks up our sleeves as well, which I'd say white paper, could be this weekend, Monday latest. So, I think I said earlier on in the stream, I do believe that the MemeFi ecosystem that's building now in Titan X could really onboard retail. So I'm hoping GoatX can really help that with what we've got already coming into play. So watch this space. I reckon white paper this weekend, Monday latest. Really excited for it.
Nice. Yeah, more friggin' white papers to read for everybody. Yeah. So make sure you set yourself an hour aside this weekend for reading the GoatX white paper.
Yeah, Mo and I are gonna do a stream on I guess the 30th. Is it the 30th? Yeah, on the Lotus white paper too. So it's gonna be cool. Like he said dibs. I said, all right, brother, you got it. You're like the man in the community. So we're gonna talk about it on his stream together at some point. So
it's fun. Do you know what's funny as well? Alien X there has been nothing dropped out publicly about Alien X yet, except the name. Yeah. So because just see DTM trading in the chat saying Alien X Alpha, please. For some reason, there's a reason we're keeping this one. We're really tight-lipped on this one. It's when that one drops, when some information starts to drop on that one, people are going to be blown away. Oh yeah, sorry, I'm not giving any alpha away. Just being sneaky.
Come on, Allie.
Tease.
Let it slide. You know, you're probably getting messaged by the.
Somebody told me to make sure you tease it, drop a few crumbs. So that's all I'm doing.
I'm just messing with you. Cool. So what about the Blaze 88-day payout? It's pretty nice.
Yeah, that went really well for everybody participating. What was it? Around $280,000 or something was distributed.
Was it 230? I thought it was 236, or was it more than that? Was it more than that, guys?
I thought it was more than that, and then there was the 8-day payout on top of it as well.
That's why. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that was nice. That was nice. Some real Ethereum yield, right?
Yep.
The auctions have been closing out perfectly on Blaze too, which has been really cool too. People starting to just take notice of that protocol a lot more. Is it slow cooking? I did a few graphics.
Did you catch Murdered? It was like 4 a.m. for him. I think he did a day 88 stream. I jumped on with him with Scott in the morning. And,
nice.
Yeah, he
You froze.
Yeah, he's definitely gone. So
Should we kick him?
Srage saying there as well. Day one participants all ROI'd on Blaze on the 88-day. Pretty great. I know. Can people hear me? All right. Looks like everybody's froze.
No, I hear you. I hear you fine.
That's it. Josh froze, and everybody else seemed to just stop and stay still while he was like, "What the fuck's going on here?" But yeah, I know personally. I got past my ROI point, no problem there on the day 88 payouts in Blaze. So I'm pretty sure anybody that was participating in the early days, not even you didn't even need to go really heavy to get your ROI by day 88. So yeah, it was just good to see another flawless payout pool get paid out, and it's starting to build up again already. All this happening within the ecosystem, as everything else in cryptos in the shitter. We haven't. What happens in this ecosystem whenever Ethereum starts to pump, whenever the bull run, the what do you call it? The never coming bull run for all of crypto. But yeah, what happens whenever we start to get some real ETH pumpamentals?
Irish, are you still there? Or are you frozen? I'm just curious.
Yeah, no, I'm still here. I mean, it's been pretty bearish, isn't it, really, with all the blue chips? But what was it? Rectember is the phrase. I mean, the September's probably been the best month I've ever had in crypto. So when the blue chips start to run, when Bitcoin goes and followed by ETH, man, the party's really going to start.
Yeah, it's nice because Titan X is like its own little bubble. I mean, we've been in the bottom of the bear, and people have been making profits in Titan X, and all these protocols like burning each other through that liquidity web that you were talking about, Ali. I mean, it's really, really solid. And so it's like, what if we don't need all the blue chips to go up and down to kind of decorrelate from all of them a little bit? It'd be nice if ETH went up, obviously. But it'd be really cool, not to be affected too much by the Bitcoin, dragging everybody up and down around the entire planet constantly. It's possible.
Do you see money bleeding out of Titan X into the blue chips when they make their run, or do you
I don't
really
think
so. We're starting to become an ecosystem standing up on its own 2 feet?
Absolutely. I mean, I would like to think that I'm not wrong here, but you would nearly see it the opposite way, that people will, maybe if their blue chips pump a little bit, that they will start to come looking for better opportunities to make faster cash, and Titan X ecosystem could provide all that's needed. Obviously, Ouroboros coming as well. If Pulsar comes, the bridge the Pulse chain, X28 comes,
Yeah,
all this
X38
stuff.
would be big.
It's a full-on DeFi playground for anybody that wants to open their fucking eyeballs. So yeah, I mean, those like DAX screener, so like our tickers were not taken over, but they were there to see anybody that was going to have a quick flick through the top 50 on. That could have been a good market narrative if all the tickers on DAX screener, all the logos had their green ring on them. That might have been something that would have caught eyeballs a little bit more. Because I think there was 4 or 5 all at one stage, all in the top 100. Helios, Legend X was in there for a while. Baby Dragon X made it in. Inferno was in there, and then obviously Dragon X and Titan X were there. There was a few days too that Inferno was leading the charge, which was awesome to see. Yeah,
that was very nice.
Yeah, Inferno is just in beast mode. I mean, that thing, amazing chart. We're about 12 weeks in now.
It's in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9.
Yeah, looking now, it's kind of
something like that. Yeah, something like that.
Holding support around 5.5.502. I mean, the whole Titan X ecosystem's been just on the charge, isn't it, for 2.5 months now?
Yeah, I remember a while back whenever Dragon X had its first kind of pull. After Dragon X was pumping like crazy and it had its first pullback, I was expecting the pullback to, go on for maybe a week or two. A couple of weeks at least, just kind of started, putting in like an accumulation zone, but it didn't. It kind of leveled out for about a week and then just ripped off again. Which I wasn't expecting. I kind of think, everything's got too hot, everything's pumped too hard, and we need more time to cool off. But everybody in the ecosystem said, "Fuck no, we're bad more." So hopefully,
how many hexagons do you think we flipped green?
Quite a lot. Well, I was on Randy Hilarski and Vets and Crypto's show last night. I mean, they're obviously heavy Pulse chain. They had me on last night to talk about Titan X. So that was the first time they had reached out. I know those guys pretty well, and it was the first time that they reached out looking for somebody to come on and speak about Titan X. So that says a lot.
That's a good sign. Yeah, I had Crypto 7 followed me the other day, and obviously he's a Hex Maxi. So yeah, I think people can't ignore the green candle party, can they? They just can't.
Yeah, it's the fair launch, it's all the fair launch and the principles, right? It's without the insider stuff going on. So I think it's definitely the right path. May take a little longer to go ahead.
Yeah, the other thing though is just the negative energy and the spats in some of the other communities where you've got builders just slagging each other off, and I hate that, So I think we need to hold that precious in Titan X. We've got something really good going on here. How all the builders are collaborating, scheduling protocols to help each other out. I mean, it is quite special. It's rare. I've not seen it before.
Yeah, so obviously I've been building on Pulse Chain for a year. I kept my green, my Pulse Chain PFP ring. I wasn't giving that up for anything, even Titan X. So I fully believe in that over there. But my obviously with so much going on and putting so much energy and effort into streaming for the Titan X community, for building within the Titan X community, for helping others to build in the Titan X ecosystem, my Twitter feed has been taken over by all the things that we're doing in Titan X. So I've kind of lost a bit of touch as to what's going on Pulse Chain. But I do a stream every Monday night, and I've done this all the way for the last 5 months. I stream every Monday night by myself, talking about Pulse Chain and Pulse Wars that I'm building. So I never, I've never give up on that. I've been there all through the bad times, and I'm going to be there for the good times. But before that stream I do every week, every Monday night, you know, I sit down and kind of prepare a little bit of content, look through X to find some, you know, decent posts to talk about, and it was fucking depressing again. You know, I always ignored all the shit being talked and all the infight. It's just not even in my personality to even entertain it. But it's just like I thought I was go back and dig in and have a look around, and everybody was still fighting the bit out. Somebody posting somebody else's chart, and his supporters getting on to back him up and making fun of this other person's chart, and it's like, oh fuck, it's still exactly the same. And it's a breath of fresh air that we don't have that in the Titan X ecosystem. It really is a breath of fresh air that you can be on Twitter and scrolling down, and you know, people are helping each other, putting up nice posts. But then maybe Hex was probably like that. Hex and probably like that back in 2021, 2022. So maybe we're just enjoying the good times. The P-Dye footers came out in full force. They absolutely did. P-Dye took like a 30% dip yesterday. And yep. And that was funny he said that was one of the posts that I read. The P-Dye chart got posted and the P-Dye haters were in the comments in full force. It was brutal. So, quick 30 seconds each. What are you bullish on in the Titan X ecosystem that is not your own token?
Can I just back up because I was muted? So P-Dye didn't peg to $1 yet?
Not yet. It will. It will though.
It will, maybe. I'd like to see it go past.
Okay. In fairness, I mentioned this on the Pulse stream on Monday night. Yesterday. Fuck the days. Crypto, all sorts of crazy, mad things happen in crypto, and people making fun or thinking that P-Dye has no chance of going to $1. It doesn't matter if it goes to $1. If you have 1 million and it goes to 10 cents, not a bad return.
Oh, totally. I mean, I was just joking around. I mean, that coin was very profitable, you know, for a lot of people. I mean, it still is probably, but it's just kind of funny, you know.
If you think about, Sammy always said, you know, whatever people's targets that they're talking about, you know, if it's 100K, if Bitcoin's going to 120K, you know, say it's probably going to be about a third of that. So that's what that's the thought that I always hold when it comes to P-Dye. Maybe it doesn't get anywhere near $1, but if it gets to 30 cents, it's a pretty decent return.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. All right, go 30 seconds then. What are you bullish on in the Titan X ecosystem? It's not your own coin, Justin.
Gosh, so I guess that is so hard to say, you know. You put me on the spot big time there.
That was the plan.
Ouroboros.
It was in the show notes, so you should have read the show notes.
I did. I glanced through them, and no, great job on the show notes, Irish, by the way. No, I'd probably say I'm really looking forward to Ouroboros, you know, outside of what our group's doing, you know, with Flux, Volt, you know, Lotus, Inferno, whatever, what have you, Blaze. That's going to be awesome to be able to, you know, utilize collateral and, you know, all that good. I'm really, really looking forward to Ouroboros.
Sweet. Yeah. That's your 30 seconds up. Steve DeFi.
Is that it?
Right. Let me just share this screen real quick. Ooh, yeah. Look at this. So can you see this?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, I'm really excited for Element 28.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be, I interviewed the dude a couple of weeks ago, and I love liquidity bonding. I love how he's having like every single Titan X token that's available when he launches. And it's going to be exciting. I think he's doing some unique things with reflections and NFTs. It's a incredibly interesting project. So yeah, I'll go for Element 280. That sounds good.
Good, Pat.
I'm going to say two things. Firstly, knowing who's behind Alien X, I cannot wait to see that white paper and feel even more intrigued after all the teasing tonight. And the second thing I'm going to say is the innovation going on is off the Richter scale. I actually believe 4 or 5 protocols in Titan X could do something very special, and 1,000, sort of 10,000x. So as an investor, I'm looking forward to seeing what's coming through for opportunities, because I do think there's, a handful of coins and protocols that could do something special.
Yeah, and again, for me, all right, this is probably surprising, but yeah, for me, Dragon X, I just like how simple Dragon X by itself is. The fact that I mentioned before, one of my favorite narratives is the whole cap supply. We've got it with Inferno, we've got it with Dragon X. Dragon X sits obviously at a much, much, much bigger market cap than Inferno at the minute. That might not stay like that for too long if we can pump again. But yeah, just the simplicity of Dragon X itself. And I think Eric is doing a great job in not only building, but also in streaming, and just he's working his ass off as well for the whole ecosystem. But yeah, just the fact that it's got that capped supply, the simplicity, and it's got all the stuff getting built on top of it. So that's my kind of, outside the stuff that we're doing, the simplicity of Dragon X is a winner for me.
I'm gonna have to say Element 282, because of that easy button, right? And dude's got some really cool mechanics, and tokenomics ideas that are just really, I like them, and Dragon X, of course, Sally too. I think everything that everyone just mentioned is, we have a buffet of DeFi protocols, basically. Seems like, that's coming into an ecosystem. I think, like, I was looking on DeFi Llama, the whole entire Ethereum blockchain has like less than 1,400 protocols, probably 800 of them are crap, that says a lot, what we've dropped out here since, Titan X, or whatever day we're on, right? 300 and maybe something right now, I don't know, down the road. So it's been a hell of a year for protocols launching on the Ethereum blockchain. That's for damn sure, in the Titan X ecosystem that have been substantial.
Yeah, we're on a cusp of an amazing wave, and it's Titan X, DeFi 3.0 is happening right here, and it's exciting. Definitely.
Absolutely. It's funny that Titan X ecosystem, I'm involved in 4 projects that could launch within the next month, and none of them are even on that ecosystem infograph there. So
yeah, that was done by Angels and Demons, I guess. Steve, potentially, didn't he do that one?
Yeah, that was posted a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, so it needs to be updated. Absolutely.
Yeah, get on it. Oh, look at this. We got somebody in here. Who's this guy?
October and Crypto Bull Run is coming soon to pump our bags.
I like that name.
Yeah,
sounds kind of cool.
Oh, I love it. October. That's the next meme.
First rule about TBTC is never talk about TBTC. Move on.
Nothing to see.
Nothing.
Pat, why don't you like MemeFi? To tell you said you had a love-hate relationship with it. What's your thought?
No, just the word MemeFi.
Yeah.
I was just trying to think if there was something better. I mean, obviously I love it because it is describing a new sector that's emerging in crypto that's coming out of Titan X, and obviously Inferno has been leading it, and there's others coming through. So maybe I represented it the wrong way. I wonder if there's a better word to describe it. But yeah, MemeFi is good enough for now.
No chance. That's the one. We're running with it, baby. We're running with it.
We can always look and try to find another one, if to suit Pat, to change the whole ecosystem, right?
Bullfi.
No.
Bullfi.
Bullfi. MemeFi's good. It's good.
I like that. That's good too. Yeah. That's great. Yeah. I'd like to see what's going on with X28. Some deets on that one day.
Yeah. All right. So you remember we did the stream that Jake come on and he dropped all the X28 alpha. I remember the day going, "Jeez, did he really just say all that?" he hasn't give out any more information since. And I was trying to pick his brains. One of the projects that I'm thinking about or that I'm working on, it plans to utilize X28. So I've been trying to pick his brains, but he's given me nothing. He's given no information. In his usual style, he give you a few hints, but the motherfucker is not giving me the information that I need. But yeah, it's going to be crazy to see what happens with that. Right, we'll move it on a little bit because I want to talk about, I mentioned there about we're having a great time here within the Titan X ecosystem. When I get into crypto, I was having a great time in the Hex and Pulse Chain ecosystem at that time. Richard Hart was running sacrifices. He was streaming all the time. The vibes were friggin' great. Obviously that's turned now, and obviously it's not the same anymore. And we're kind of leading the way on the charge. The community here is doing what they used to do. And obviously I think there's maybe many things that we are doing better than what was even done back then by that community. So, is the community the strongest part of the ecosystem? We've got big whales in the system. We've got smart builders. We've got dedicated builders. We've got all sorts of things going on. But is the community the biggest, most important thing of what we have? Anybody step up and give me an answer to that?
100% yes. It's all about community in crypto. You look at Web2 marketing, it's search engine, it's that. If you look at crypto, it's community, it's the networking effect. And Titan X just does it the best. Not just a community, but then a community of builders adding value to the core coin, Titan X, each one increasing each other up in a synergistic effect. So yeah, and I don't know a community better than Titan X that I've been a part of in crypto.
Is that just because you're submerged in it and enjoying the gains?
Yeah, I think gains make community strong too. I look at Hex, so it's definitely something to do with it. Gains revitalize us and energize community for sure. So like, look what happened in like I was part of Hex too, and they did well through the depression, and they're still doing well in a way. I'm not keeping tabs on too much.
Irish, what do you think?
I think it's an interesting point. Everything's great at the moment because it's all been green candles. So it'd be interesting to see what happens if we have a correction for a couple of weeks or whatever it might be, just before we do the next leg up. Look, community is everything, right? Any business will fail if it doesn't have a community. And it's exactly the same in crypto. So I think we've had a great start. I think we're starting to bring in other participants into the community from other ecosystems, which is great. What I love, though, is how the main stakeholders, so let's say the community of builders, the leaders in the community and in the Telegram groups, and Jake himself are all working hard at the moment to really raise the profile of Titan X in crypto. So there's just a few little sound bites here, which I've mentioned before, but how all of the builders are working together, that's rare. There isn't much vitriol at the moment online, which, is quite rare. But even like Jake showing up when Flux launched, he came into one of our Telegram groups and said, right, I'm a mod for the day. What do you need me to do? I mean, you do want, I know Jake always says that, it's to the community and, I'm just a participant and, I'm not a leader, but he is, right? He's the main stakeholder. And if you look at what happened recently and what is happening in Pulse Chain and the RH coin ecosystems, it was the minute Richard Hart stopped streaming, right? All the problems started to happen. And then of course, all of the coins started to underperform. So, it's early days. Look, we're only coming up to a year old, right? So it's all to play for. It'll be interesting to see what happens. But I think we've had a great start. I think the community is the most important asset, and I'm loving what I'm seeing so far. So hopefully that'll kick on, and we should protect it at all costs as well. I think our values, are our strength. I think that first principles, fair crypto values that are the spine of Titan X is something that we should continue to socialize and stand behind too.
Utah's popping up into the chat there. We had our 7 months of pain. Doubters are gone. Non-believers are shaken out. Titans are still here, standing strong. Whenever I was listening to you guys talking, that's kind of what I was thinking. It's just we've been running and turning up to the weekly spaces for a long time. That's cemented the kind of helped cement the kind of ethos behind everything. Obviously, Jake pushing certain narratives, but Plan A and Mike Dean reiterating the double audits, doxed public founders, pushing the fair launch. And that has been solidified into, like you say, the people that have been here all this time. There's a massive community. I mean, you could tell me I'm wrong, but I'd say we were somewhere probably around 8 to 10,000 holders before all this pump started to happen. We haven't increased exponentially in the community size just yet. So the people that are here at the minute are strong. And I think that bodes well for the future. I think and there's starting to talk about this on the spaces now as well, that I think any shit that does come in will get quickly found out, get quickly called out. And I hope we get that right. I hope we don't, maybe chase somebody away that doesn't adhere to everything that they want straight away. They maybe come in, make a mistake. It'd be bad to see us turn quickly on people for the wrong reasons, without giving people a chance. But there's, it's a double-edged sword that, people are going to, with the success, the community is going to have to open up for new people to come in. There will be shady, sneaky motherfuckers that do try to sneak in. But I think there's a lot of smart people here, and the community at the minute is very, very strong. And I certainly, I'm asking that question, I strongly believe that it is the most important thing that we've got going for everything.
I would agree. The community is relentless, in an overall gatekeeping perspective, not any one or two individuals, especially from the spaces that Plan A does and, Coastal, my Dean. And now we have Titans of LP. I just want to give them another shout out because teaching people how to, earn profits off their liquidity providing, and also in the Titan X community ecosystem, not like other ecosystems, right? So that's like an invaluable Telegram. You got Johnny Poppy Vegas in there running that with his videos, and you got Zenith and Titan in there, and they don't sleep, and they're all over it. So I would get in. That's been a really cool Telegram to be in, just to read some of the comments of what the gains they're getting, because these coins they're exotic pairs, right? On V3, a lot of them. I mean, there's some major fees to be earned, or you can get wrecked. So know what you're doing before you go in, right? But I mean, it's not rocket science, I don't think, at the moment. Especially with the volume that went through Blaze and Inferno, even though that was full range LP, there's a lot of volume going through some of these tokens.
Yeah, it's funny actually. There's a lot of community members are stepping up to to add. All right, so why did I start building? Pulse Chain at the time needed builders. It needed people to step up and kind of try to add to the chain and do their part. It's exactly the same here now in Titan X. We need people stepping up. We need people educating others, informing others. A lot of the sort of question you see coming up all the time now is, where on earth do I start? You've got all this stuff coming. Where do you start? That's something that we see. And community members like Chiz, I know you're singing his praises at the minute, Steve. We've got Revo as well, stepping up and doing a beginners kind of crypto or Twitter space for anybody that wants to come in and ask the stupid questions like what is Titan X, or the real basic questions. So just loads of people within the community stepping up to add value and do their part. And it's kind of calling out anybody here that wants to start streaming, start up a Twitter space, come on and talk about different things. Even like you say, that Telegram group that's been fired up, to teach people about LP, all that stuff's absolutely wonderful to see. So anybody has any ideas, don't be afraid to do it. Once you do, it's like Steve mentioned at the start of this stream, that he didn't really like getting in front of camera. He didn't really want to do the whole marketing part of Volt. But now that he's out there, he's doing it. It actually becomes very, very easy, very, very quickly. So yeah, don't be shy. If you've got an idea, just fucking go for it, because this whole no rest until 2026. It's a short period of time. It's going to go past in a heartbeat. You know, Titan X is almost a year old already. We're going to blink and we're going to go, holy fuck, what just happened? So don't miss the boat. If you've got an idea to, you know, start a stream, to start a spaces, to build a coin, whatever it is within the ecosystem, don't sleep on it. You've got this next year to just fucking do it. But yeah, sorry, there's a good comment from Sray. Anybody coming into the ecosystem, send them to Mike Dean's DApp. Titan X Hub is really now the hub for Titan X for many reasons, for the analytics, for the safe links to the different projects. What would might be nice there is if he uploaded his infographics onto each of the projects, so you didn't have to read the white paper. You could just look at Mike Dean's infographic. I wonder has he done that?
I don't know. He's got a lot of information on there. I mean,
He does.
Yeah, and he's got premium memberships too, which is really cool to help support him. You guys recommend doing that. It's really a lot of work to put all that information into something like that and constantly update. He just built us 2 awesome bots for Inferno and Blaze. Is he doing one for you guys, obviously, for Flux, Irish, or probably?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
People don't need that yet. They need to get their head around what the fuck's going on first.
Yeah. 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 I mean, that's not something, but he's, you know, it's there when people need it, the resource, right? So cool.
Yeah. So, we have the first year of Titan X coming up. Hard to believe that, day 369 is kind of in our sights, the end of October, you know, a month, just over a month, and we're there. And one massive, massive community effort is obviously this. I don't know if it's going to be a 48-hour stream or a 2-day stream over that weekend around that time. Josh, Plan A, Mike Dean, they call it a fucking something like a marketing task force is what they're calling this thing. But obviously they've got a few smart, dedicated heads together to put this 2-day conference style stream. That's a massive part of community engagement that will hopefully bring a lot of new eyeballs to the ecosystem. You just see whenever you're streaming live that just the longer you're on stream, the more and more people seem to come in and viewer numbers tend to just keep continuing going up the longer you're on the stream. So that if we can run that thing for a whole weekend, we could get some massive viewer numbers. You know, people like Marco the Hexican stepping up on the same time. You know, you gotta have a panel with Jack Levin's entering some conversations. We could have Jack Levin, Crypto Kindness, Jake Sharp, you know, talking about Titan X all at once. A lot of stuff like that could be a really massive thing that weekend. But that's there's going to be so much going on for those 2 days. I think they've got something like 40 speakers lined up already. So that's just one thing that the community's stepping up to do for the first birthday. And actually, it just made me think of something. Is day 369 going to be another day 280 where we moon, or any ideas of what's going to happen around day 369?
Wow, Dragon X has a massive payout, which is going to help Titan X. And deflation just probably around the corner. Then I think it's going to be a bit of a moon time.
Yeah, I'm hoping it starts Titan X's run.
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of ETH getting released, and I wouldn't be surprised if X28 comes out right after that. Maybe, I don't know. Something tells me, or something. You know, there's going to be something coming out right after that for sure. I believe.
Sray in the chat is throwing the figures out. Oh,
buddy,
350k of ETH. Yeehaw!
Let me give you my wallet address, Sray, so I can pay my electricity bills.
I'm going to launch a coin the next day, motherfucker, and I want half of that ETH put into it.
That's a lot, dude. Good for you. That's awesome.
Yeah, so you guys will all obviously be involved in the in the conference. I mean, that's really only 4 weeks away, 4 or 5 weeks.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it will be. Because by then, like I say, even by then, we could have only the things that I'm involved in. There could be another, 4 protocols within the ecosystem. There could be other things. Aviator X hasn't launched yet. Who else speaks in the spaces every week? We'll have Element 280 will be out as well. So yeah, there's a lot to come even between now and the conference, hopefully.
Yeah.
I wonder, is that what we're calling it?
I think it's like a not too much, not too little type of thing. Space out a little bit, and it should be it's conference with the 2-day streams just gonna get massive views. It's just how it works. So, time meme lord, cool.
That reminds me. Oh, sorry, Pat. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, what did Crypto Audi King get at peak?
Oh, I'm not sure. I know I'm not sure actually at all. I was on there for the last 3 hours. I think it's had 3,500 views in total.
Fair play.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I had a great stream with Vibra Finance last week, and Titan Party was born on that stream. You can watch the stream and see us like laughing about a potential coin which funded a party, and coming to the conclusion that's a fantastic idea. So we're getting together, we're brainstorming, and we want to launch a Titan party, and the aim 2025 Titan conference paid for, massive party thrown by us, by the DAO. And so
it is an awesome idea. All right, so say, because here's the thing, say you launch the coin. I don't know what way you do it, but just because I've been thinking about this for other reasons. But say you do launch the coin, and what if people can participate with 10 different coins from within the ecosystem? So you can put in your Helios, you can put in your Dragon X, you can throw a little bit of anything into this protocol, and you have this, whatever way it does, it builds up this little pot of money. And say it starts off and there's 100 grand of Dragon X, and there's 50 grand of Helios, and another 40 grand of baby Dragon X. And one of the coins are just something just manages to go and rip off and do a 400x or something like that, and you end up with a party pool with like $5.5 million in it because all the coins mooned. I mean, it'd be fucking insane.
It's a great idea,
and that could quite easily happen. That's the reality of it.
Yeah. And
hire an island in Croatia or something. Money.
Yeah. Like we could have parties in Asia. I mean, you have a party in Asia, Croatia, Eastern Europe. You can throw a massive party for really cheap too, so that millions of dollars of value can go a long way. Go a long way in Asia. At least I live there. In Thailand, you could have this massive buffet just for days and days and days. Just hire out the whole hotel, and everyone has a place.
Fuck it, just build a hotel.
Everyone's got a different. Oh, by the way, this Titan Party coin, like Vibra is big in Pulse Chain, and me and Titan X, and we want to unite both. So we want to invite all the Pulse Chain guys and have a party with them, and even Zen, and hopefully Jack Levin comes and parties with us too. I mean, we'll buy him a ticket. The DAO will vote. Do you want to buy Jack Levin a ticket? And we'll get him a ticket and just get him down there for the party.
Or just have it in Hawaii.
That's expensive, man. We need
right near his
10,000
X. Yeah, right near wherever he lives in Hawaii.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
At least I think he lives in Hawaii because he said he lives in Hawaii, so that's what I think. Yeah.
It's obviously it's funny hearing you come off with that idea. If you bring it to fruition and it actually happens, fair play. It's kind of a crazy idea, and I don't see why it wouldn't work. It could raise some serious cash for some. I don't know.
It's going
Yeah.
to be a DAO. It's going to be a DAO with a multi-sig wallet. And Jake, Eric, some of the titans of the community, the pillars could be on that wallet.
Maybe, Steve, maybe put a bit aside for a charity as well. Do something for
Good
good,
idea.
as well as a big party. I mean, a massive in real life.
Yeah.
3/4 of the way through the bull run, and also some of it goes to a really good cause. I think that'd be fantastic.
That's a really good idea.
Yeah, that's where kind of I've said this to y'all before, where that GPSF food token, the global positioning satellite food token that I want to come up with to airdrop. We could have something like that to go into self runs in different parts of the world, for food and stuff like that. That would be epic.
Imagine if you could build wells in Africa, just like all these wells in Africa.
You could
party coin. That's a party, and then we go there and have a party with them too.
Yeah, Ethiopia or Somalia, right?
Oh man, I spent years in Africa. Somalia.
Yeah, they're the two most starving countries in the world, is Somalia and Ethiopia. Yeah, hard to believe. It's just so many natural resources on that continent, right?
Yeah.
Some oil. They need some more oil. Yeah, my buddy just got back from South Africa and near the De Beers diamond mines down there, and they have like their own like sovereign state inside of South Africa where you can't even get in or out. They have their own airports. It's just absolutely insane operation that they have going on down there. You have to walk through 50 yards of security just to get in to work there, and all kinds of crazy stuff. It's wild, but they pay good. People love it and they're happy. So.
All right, we're going to start wrapping up the stream here, folks. So we've come. Obviously, we're kind of on a bit of a reunion stream here, but we've come a long way from the Blaze. The initial Blaze idea, the initial Blaze team. Obviously, we pumped out Blaze, and it's been really successful so far. We pumped out Inferno, and it kind of exceeded all expectations. We're all also now, we're all branching out, building our own projects. Do you see that as a good outcome or a bad outcome?
I see it as a fantastic outcome. Last time we all got together before the launch of Blaze, I think we were fairly authentic that, sometimes trying to herd 8 people to get a decision isn't as easy as you'd like it to be. So I think we showed a lot of maturity to realize that some people had other ideas that they wanted to go and crack on with. We never lost the team ethos with Blaze. We all stuck together. We still have great crack, as people can see, with the chemistry when we're on streams, and it's just a net positive for the whole ecosystem, because the creators have been able to go and kick on and bring other ideas into the ecosystem, which benefits everyone, and the others have benefited from things like Blaze performing because other protocols are performing like Inferno. So I think win-win, net positive, good for the community, good for the individuals, good for the sub teams. Energy's clean. We've all become friends. So yeah, I think it's been probably the best thing that's happened, actually. One of the best things for me.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a wonderful thing. I mean, Blaze was like a training ground, and we learned so much. We learned how to develop. We learned it took so long, but then we had this like Cambrian explosion, and from Blaze itself, of all us guys doing different things. And now we've got Justin, we got Ali with like 3 or 4 projects. You talk about me having, like they say, I have projects. I got 1. Ali's got 3 or 4. Irish has 2 or 3. And Josh,
that is true. Everybody makes fun of Steve for having far too many ideas, but he's only got 1 protocol.
got one. And Ali and Josh have a whole Web3 development system. Company, which came out too. And so and then we got Blaze, this community show, and it's amazing. I think it's such an amazing thing what Blaze has done. It's just exploded. It really has, and I'm excited for everyone's protocol. I go and yeah. So great stuff. I'm excited for the future too.
Yeah, I didn't see it coming for quite a while. Everything was, we've had so many trying times just trying to get Blaze out the door. You look back now and wonder how the hell did it take so long to put it together. But yeah, even 6 months into building Blaze, I didn't see what happened now happening. It just all happened so quick.
Yeah, I mean, I see Blaze as like a bit of an incubator, right? All of us came from Jake's mastermind, and have become leaders in Titan X now. So, but Blaze is still a strong brand, and we're still part of the Blaze team. So, onwards, it's a good story. It's a great story.
Yeah, this stream obviously does help. It kind of brings everybody back, not just the community members, but our team. It kind of brings our team back together once a week, where we're, even if we're not all on the stream, everybody watches, everybody catches up. Obviously, we talk about in our Telegram, we talk about ideas of what we're going to talk about, and this the idea to do this weekly Blaze. At the start we were getting like 50 people would come and watch the stream at the start. And we had a show a few weeks ago where I think there was something like the guts of 8,000 views across all channels, the community stream. So it's grown, not just obviously the tokens that we've launched, our own capabilities for launching tokens and building projects and helping other people. But this stream has done a hell of a lot more probably than what we give it credit for. And just in terms of everybody coming back here once a week and kind of just, because it's been consistent. We've never missed a week, and we've always got different ideas, new ideas for what to do. Even when something changes last minute, there's always a rally round from the team to, pull it out of the bag. So, yeah, I kind of want one of those things you never really think about the impact and the help that it does.
If you would ask me when I joined Jake's mastermind, even after being in crypto for a while, that I would be sitting here talking with you guys and we'd have gone through the tribulations and trials of Blaze and it would have come to this outcome, I would have laughed, but yet here we are. And I believe what we're doing is benefiting the ecosystem, by the principles that we set forth, not just Titan X principles, but like our own principles, right, for Blaze 3 Labs that we publish that are on website and whatnot. So that's something to be proud of. I think they're honorable and I think they're fair and they're fair crypto. It's a new realm of crypto, and it really is. And I'm really happy to be a part of it, and I'm happy to see us building. You guys doing your thing, everyone's doing their thing, and we're still here, but we can unite and not go at each other's throats over having different protocols like you see on different blockchains and stuff like that right now. So it's really cool.
Yeah, those 8 principles that we put up on the site at the very start, that was really when we were really, really united. We all had the same vision and we were all following the same thing. They still hold strong individually for each of us, no problem. We do have, the reality is we're here, we're all working together, we're all working separately. We have obviously we'll have the Diamond Hand protocol, which will happen in the future just for the community. We obviously, when we launched Blaze, a massive part of Blaze was the Diamond Hand Club, and we've always said that there will be the additional way through NFTs to get into the Diamond Hand pool without giving away anything of the protocol that we're coming up with. We're still constantly looking at that and working at it. We're just waiting until ETH gets a bit of a pump to kind of put that play into place. So that's something down the pipe or in the pipeline. And with having put that off for a while, we will be able to come up with something that is much, much better for the actual Blaze protocol and for the actual Diamond Hand members. So what we were planning before, what we're going to do in the future will be much, much better for the Diamond Handers. That's one thing the Blaze team have got going on. The other thing that we don't speak about very often, and even as a team, and we've got so sidetracked, and we needed to wait until the 8 weeks of Inferno was over. We've been carried away with the craziness of the buy and burn, and we needed to wait until the buy and burn runs out. But we do have quite a lot of funds that we collected from the 2% every week coming into Inferno. We set aside. It's funny, whenever I did this quite a lot when I was discussing with people. You say, okay, so Inferno has a 90% buy and burn. Yes, everybody knows that. What happens to the other 10%? Even some massive Inferno bulls that were, bull posting nonstop about Inferno, couldn't even answer that question. It's insane. But obviously 8% burn Titan X. We got up to third place on the Titan X burnt leaderboard. I think we've already been overtaken again. But the other 2% that we never spoke about was the 2% for a liquidity wallet to move Blaze over to Pulse Chain. The reality there is that we collected so much more money. What do we initially think you need? What do we need for a liquidity pool? Maybe 20, 30, 40, 50K. We have a lot more than that. So we could, and would obviously, this is just me talking as well, but that money could now that we have such experience in building, this is something that we've never even thought about at the time, but there probably are enough funds there now to actually fund another protocol that the Blaze team could put together and have enough money to fund a really thick, juicy Stevie DeFi style liquidity pool wherever we go and for whatever we go and do with it. So what do you think about that, folks? We haven't even spoke about that as a team yet. It was just something that came up on another stream that I was on yesterday.
Bring it on.
Okay, go ahead, Irish.
Yeah, I just said bring it on.
Is in regards to Blaze Wars or
no, not even just the fact that there's the Blaze Wars is obviously that's completely separate. But the fact that we have these additional funds that we didn't we got a lot more than I thought we were going to get. So the opportunities are there for us to do something else.
Yeah, yes. I think it's a good point, and why wait, right? Why wait? Maybe we do send it over to Pulse Chain and try to help the Pulse Chain community. I know you like Solana a lot, so maybe we should send over the Solana. No, I'm just kidding. Totally joking.
Yeah, well, there's a lot we can do. There's a lot we can do with that.
We could do one on Solana and one on Pulse Chain, frankly. I mean, the volume on Solana is insane, and it would help. But, if people aren't willing to go over there from the Titan X ecosystem, then that's not worth it, right? Because there are a lot of people, more people from the Pulse Chain ecosystem by far, that I think need help getting back on their feet, and maybe we could design something that helps, right?
We have a war chest.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's there, and as a team, we haven't even. The dust hasn't even settled for us to think about it. So yeah, we'll not dive into it too deeply. I just wanted to throw that out. I wanted to let the community know that the Blaze team, although we're all working our asses off for our own separate protocols, even the protocols that we're doing, what I'm doing has crossover with what Pat's doing. I'm staying away from you two motherfuckers, like.
There's only been like a day or two where all of us haven't communicated in our group, Telegram since we started, despite trials and tribulations of 8 people. I mean, and that's significant, I think, as far as our team strength and where we came from. So, but everything, it will, the tide lifts all boats, right? So that's what we're doing. Yeah,
so we'll just start wrapping up here. Everybody got anything else they want to cover before we wrap it up?
Vault, 4 days, 28th of September. Be there.
Yeah, I think I need to Titan X in. Titan X in, isn't it?
Yep. It's Titan X in, and get your have your Titan X ready if you fancy participating. And
so all right. That whole thing, you don't have enough Titan X. I've been stacking tight necks. I was stacking it before for I kind of thought I thought I was going to go heavy in Hydra, and I just didn't. I just didn't have the time to, and I seen somebody else in mentioning it in our group chat going, I just didn't have. I was too busy. I didn't have time to think of a strategy to really do my homework, so I kind of missed the Hydra boat. I'm not worried about it in the slightest, but yeah, I've got a nice stack of tight necks that I think certainly I'm going to have a juicy throw it at Bolt on the maybe day one. I don't know. Yeah. Do you split it into 10 parts and just throw it in over 10 days, or do you just fucking go heavy in day one?
Wow, game theory.
I think I might swing a bat at Volt as well.
Oh
yeah,
team
100%.
support. I love you guys. Team support.
Yeah.
No,
So do you think? Go ahead, Pat. Sorry, buddy.
Sorry, man. You were following on the comments, so you crack.
No.
on.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say, this is my first live stream, so thanks, gents. I've really enjoyed it. Just 2 closing comments. Build on Inferno is a real thing. The story is continuing. Obviously, Flux was our first launch on Inferno this week, so thanks to everyone that supported that so far. It means a lot to us, and we're just really pleased it's off to the races.
Congratulations on that.
Yeah, so Flux, he's done a great job, absolutely phenomenal job. The DAP looks awesome, the figures are great, and yeah, another wonderful addition to the ecosystem.
It's just Bob Smith is hyped about Vault, and I'm wondering if Bob Smith is your old name. I've got it's be interesting to know. It's so cool to see all the community members, and their aliases and what we do, when they say when they do in the crypto DeFi space, and that's totally fine and accepted, right? And I love it. I think it's hilarious, right? Cool, man. We'll see you on the Vault, man, in 4 days, and Bob.
Okay. All right. We'll wrap it up. Do you know what? I am so fucking tired. I don't even have a closing statement. So, yeah, I don't know if one of you wants to say goodbye to everybody. I was streaming until 2:30 last night. It's midnight again tonight. I have a little baby at home who keeps me up twice a night as well. So, yeah. One of you motherfuckers can do the closing speech tonight if you want, because yeah, thanks to everybody that tuned in tonight. Another great stream. Pleasure to talk to all you guys again. Yeah, brilliant guys.
Yeah, sure. Pat, do you want to masterpiece it off in a conclusion, or I was just gonna say,
I'm just a little cheeky plug of if you continue to like what Ali and the team does every week, please like and subscribe and spread the word, as we really enjoy doing it, and the feedback keeps us going.
Absolutely. Can I play my teaser?
yes.
Oh,
Let's
here
go.
is it. Wait. Is it the video with? Is it the one with all the logos?
Oh, I don't have that uploaded.
No, that's all right. It's okay. But like, whoever made that video for you, you're gonna have to get them to edit in a logo that I have, and any additional logo put into it.
Send it my way. Send it my way, man. It's gonna be long. My intro's gonna be like 10 minutes in a few months. Oh man, it's been an awesome stream. I appreciate you guys. Thank you, man.
Yeah, it's a pleasure.
Yeah,
Thanks, everybody.
Whatever it is.
Innovative device project, transparency, awesome community.
We're still live.